So I wrote a short piece for Instagram this morning, and it made me think of two techniques that we can use in arranging our own music or other people's music for solo guitar. Two techniques are moving a melody to another octave on the guitar, and the second technique is utilizing open strings and fretted notes as just a way to get different, tonalities from the instrument. Because that is one thing that really makes the guitar pretty unique, is that we have, different places we can play the same note. And we've got harmonics and all kinds of cool stuff. Anyway, so for this video, I just want to quickly talk about that first technique, moving a melody from one octave to another. Okay, this is again a simple technique that really helps to keep the interest of the listener, makes it a little more fun to play, etc. So, okay, here we go. So this is a simple melody that I came up with. Okay, so that's kind of the first part I came up with, and I purposely kept the register high. So I'm doing that sort of, monotonic bass thing on the quarter notes, but I'm using the fourth string instead of just coming out of the gate with a big alternating bass, or using the drop D. I'm in drop D tuning, by the way. Okay, so that's the way I did it. Then I thought, how can I, move that down an octave for the second time around? So here's what I came up with. I switched the thumb down to the low D string, and I thought of that simple little melody. Okay, so how am I going to do that? I'm starting on, it starts on the D, so I'm going to start it on this low D. And I wanted to get a little bit of a, guitaristic sound, right? So something that we can do on the guitar, which we can't do on a lot of other instruments like piano, etc., as we can play, as I mentioned, notes in more than one place. So instead of just going kind of right up there, which is fine, I wanted to use this kind of a hammer-on thing and use this A on the 7th fret to get that A notes. Okay, so I went like this. Okay, so that's. So that's D, A, D, E, F sharp, A. Okay, so that's an octave lower than the original melody, the original pass through. So the original one was. This one is. Okay. And then the second part, I just do this little suspension thing. It's like a top, a G and a B, so it kind of sounds like a G chord. And then I do this little, answer voice thing. And then I move that up. Okay, so I wanted to move that down an octave. So what I did was I went, okay, so that's the same two notes. It's a G and a B, and an F sharp and an A, just an octave lower. Then I did that little answer part. The notes are D, E, F sharp. I just did the open D, E, F sharp. So again, we could have just done D, E, F sharp on the fourth string, but I wanted to kind of keep it interesting and do D, but then get the E and F sharp on the fifth string. So that whole thing is okay. Then it's kind of like a 5 chord, like an A7, except the whole thing is over a D string drone. So the first time through we had it over the fourth string, and I just did this like an A7 over D. So it's an open G, C sharp, E, and then I just get that high A on the 5th fret on the first string. Okay, so it's the original goes like this. Okay, and then the octave lower goes and it's a slightly different voicing, but and then just straight to this. Just an A7 to a D major. Very basic stuff, but that's it. So the whole thing. Alright, that's it. Hope you enjoy it, and let me know if you have any questions, comments, a like, subscribe, all that stuff. Thank you, guys.